also produce results at the slower level,
Yes.
with less effort, and could still be tweaked. But so it seems to me that it is possible to say, okay, if you want to become a guru, do this if you have the resources and the motive. If you want to just build up a steady stream of multiple streams of income, you can build these lots of sites with much less effort. So you don't have to go through the big launch kind of process. Is that a valid kind of observation?
Yes. Like monthly articles to go, yeah, I didn't do anything with affiliates. I didn't do anything, any type of contest or anything. But what I definitely recommend, you could do it low level like that. But if I would have added in one-time offers, that would have taken me hardly almost no effort. I could almost give me one day, I could fill in a Word doc, tell my guys exactly what to do. One day, I would say double my sales, just flipping that sales process around. So yeah, you don't have to go all out, don't have to do the contest, yeah, definitely. And I recommend not doing that to start with. You never want to be on the line for a contest prizes, and you're not sure if you're going to have anybody push, and the person that wins first prize only sold like 10. That would really suck. I've also seen other people guarantee prizes, but say that you have to make a certain level of sales. The worst thing is a guy said, we have to sell a total of 500, then I'll award the prizes. Well, what if I sell 200 and no one else sells anything? I'm like, well, I ain't going to promote that. It's almost just like what he should have done if at the minimum say, okay, first prize to get this $10,000, you must sell 200 spots. That I can kind of understand. But even that's going to turn off affiliates. They like to be able to think that, yeah, if I get first place, I'm going to win it. So yeah, definitely don't start with contests like that. You can do simpler contests or none at all. But yeah, definitely what I showed you, just doing the straight sale, that's it. That's the wrong way to go. Spend a little bit of extra time. These littler sites you can double your money just doing it the correct way.
I'm wondering on the example you gave of the 10,000 articles and the 100,000 articles, when you can give those out as a bonus, would you say that we use those articles ourselves freely, and does Google recognize if you just use the same article, do they have a penalty for plagiarism? I don't understand how you can just use any article you want.
Oh, you mean in the case of those articles, they were like private label right articles that because I bought them, people I sell them to can have full rights. But yes, those are all over the place. They do need to be changed and tweaked.
Tweaked a little bit. Okay.
I've heard other people say that sometimes they just plug them right into sites because their site that they're plugging in, they're doing a better job in links, and that site has more authority. They instantly rise above the articles that have already been out there for a long time.
Okay.
There's a lot of other things that you can do, and when we start talking about traffic, I'll cover the whole content thing and all that.
Okay, and one other question. I think it was George was talking about the Elance or outsourcing this. Did it just happen to be that your team in India happened to be from India?
Or Ukraine.
Or Ukraine. Or were you looking for a more reasonable price, and that's how do you, when you initially ask 3 people to give me a bid on a website, what's the typical price? I mean,
well, boy, I haven't hired anybody off like a Elance or Rent-A-Coder for a while. But what I did is you put a job in. I probably had 200 people bidding on it. So I had to sit there and go, oh man, out of 200, who do I want to go with? All price levels. Okay. Some were ridiculously too low. Like, what? You're going to work for? It's almost like too low. Who knows? They maybe could have been great. But a lot of times I stay away from the people that really lowball you because they might just suck. And how I did it, I did 10 hours of work. I didn't do a job. You never want to put in, like I did, 10 hours of work because that 10 hours might represent, I might only be doing 1 hour work. And he knows that. I'm going to put only $5 in because I'm only going to work for 1 hour. Other people were putting in $80. I mean, it was that big of a range, a couple dollars to $100 an hour, that huge of a range. So yeah, it's just you got to pick and choose what you want, figure out who does the best work for that job, and whatever your requirements are. And like I said, speed, quality, and communication is what I went by. And they just happen to be in Ukraine. I've hired India, Ukraine, Philippines. It just doesn't matter. It's just whoever does the best job and reasonable price.
I can add to that a little bit. I think it's on Elance is that they do rate the people. There is a rating on there. And you want to hire someone that has like up in the 90s, but like you're saying, you can get some really good prices. People work for $2 an hour. But what you do is that when you find someone that you think that you want them to make your website or whatever work you want them to do, what you would do, you would send them something that you want them to do as a test. Something not too difficult and something that could be done maybe in a relatively short period of time. And then when they send the work back to you and it's very satisfactory for you and you like it, then you hire them. And then as time goes on, if you do keep that particular person, you give them a little bit of a raise to keep them. And some of those people out there on Elance, like they're in India and other countries, you may be hiring someone that might be an English major, somebody in a big corporation, or so forth. I hope that helps.
Any other questions? All right, guys. That is the end of this segment. Thanks a lot. And there are